Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I want to go ahead and do a devotional here with you, get your mind turned towards God, and hopefully that's going to make your day go better. And just wanted to talk today about an uncomfortable subject for most people, and this is the idea of God's wrath. Now, it's something we see throughout the Bible. Matter of fact, honestly, it's probably something that the popular culture here in the United States is latched onto and trying to use this as a way to wedge us away from God and from following Him and loving Him. And they're trying to use it as a reason to not love God. But honestly, it comes right down to it. I believe it's a reason to love God because, I mean, you stop and you think about it. The idea that God is a just God is a cornerstone for why God is somebody worth following. He has a very clear definition on what is right and what is wrong. That is based on who he is, his character, his nature. What he does is right. What he will not do is wrong. And so we have this clear idea from God because he's explained a lot of this to us. Although we don't know his character fully, he still explained enough to us that we have a clear guide on what to do and what not to do. And so we come to this idea that the things he will not do are sin. And so God is a just God. And he tells us time and time again, I've covered this in the past, that when we sin, when there's injustice in the world, that he will, in the end, bring justice to bear. And that every single person is going to have to give an account before God and pay the price for their sin. It's just for the Christian, as we have accepted Jesus' sacrifice on the cross for us, we no longer have to pay that penalty for our sin. We may still have to pay penalties here on earth, both natural and supernatural punishments from that come from a sin. That happens. But we want a just God. We want a God who is good and who will stand up for what is good. And a God who does not have wrath is a God who may disapprove of something, but he's not going to do any more than cluck his tongue and shake his finger and say, really, you shouldn't do that. And that's a God who doesn't have teeth, so to speak. He has no desire to enforce his guidelines for right and wrong. It's just like if somebody walking along down an alley and saw a rape taking place, you would expect that person to step up and go do something about that, even if it's something as simple as calling the police or going and getting help, something. You got to do something in a situation like that. And that is God. Anytime he sees sin being done, he's going to step in and there's going to be justice in the end. It may not be in our timing. It may not be in our view. We may never know about it, but it's going to happen. So let's take a look at this idea of wrath, because it's not just the God of the Old Testament like you hear so much about. This is the God who is the same God in the Old Testament and the New Testament. So let's take a look. I'm going to look in the book of Romans here, a book all about the grace of God. But in order for us to understand the grace of God, we got to understand the fact that we deserve wrath as sinners. So let's take a look here. Romans chapter 2, verse 5 says this, "But because you are stubborn and refuse to turn from your sin, you are storing up terrible punishment for yourself. For a day of anger is coming, when God's righteous judgment will be revealed. He will judge everyone according to what they have done. He will give eternal life to those who keep on doing good, seeking after the glory and honor and immortality that God offers. But he will pour out his anger and wrath on those who live for themselves, who refuse to obey the truth and instead live lives of wickedness. There will be trouble and calamity for everyone who keeps on doing what is evil." So guys, you see it right there. It's a New Testament concept. God is a just God. He will pour his wrath out on sinners. That's the end of it. And guys, that's a God I'm interested in following, who sees what is right, knows what is right, and is willing to punish what is wrong. That's all. Hope you guys have a great day. I love you. I'll see you next time.